Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the continuation of part 2 for my How to Play Ingress for Pokemon Go Players series. In this video, we're going to be breaking down what are the easiest medals to go for in regards to getting from level 8 to level 10 in Ingress, because actually once you get to level 8, you have to get a certain amount of gold and silver medals in order to keep progressing throughout the game. At one point, it stops becoming mainly about AP, and you actually have to start focusing on the medals as well. We definitely recommend that you get to level 5 before you actually start looking over some of these medals. It kind of gives you a good insight on Ingress already, kind of gets you used to the game, and it kind of reassures that you're actually going to stick with it all the way to level 10. But anyways, with that being said, as always, Michael is here with me, who's going to help me go over some of these medals. Really do appreciate having him on here. It has been a great help going over a lot of the stuff in Ingress, and we're going to try and break it down in the easiest way possible for you guys to understand. Everything is going to be in sequential order from the easiest gold medals all the way down to the hardest. So I mean, we're probably not going to go over the most difficult ones, but there's about 10 medals that we're going to be going over in this video, so it does give you a lot of options. So you can pretty much pick and choose whatever you feel like is going to be the best for your area. And so with that being said, as always, if you guys do enjoy this video and find it helpful, feel free to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you do want to stay updated when we upload part 3, which is going to be all about PokeStop submissions, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notification. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
The easiest badge by far is the Sojourner badge. The point of the Sojourner badge is to hack the portal in consecutive 24-hour periods. A little bit of warning though, this is not a daily hack. This is a 24-hour hack. I recommend hacking once in the morning and once at night just to make sure you're safe. The second easiest badge to get golden is Recharger. Recharger is where you fill your portals with exotic matter. In order to do this, I recommend holding on to a bunch of keys of portals that you've taken and control, and over time slowly fill back with energy as you need to. The third easiest badge to get golden is the Illuminator badge. The Illuminator badge comes from getting MUs. Whenever you create a field, you get MUs. Think of them as square feet or area of the field you create. In order to really work on this layering technique for the badge, what you're going to want to do is pick two portals that are kind of far away from each other, Portal A and Portal B. Here's our Portal A. You can see it's blue right now, and I'm going to take it down really quick. And once I do, then I need to fill it up with my own team's resonators, green resonators. And basically what you want to do in this layering technique is to farm as many keys as possible in a short amount of time. So in order to do that, the best thing to do is to use your very rare heat sinks and your very rare multi-hacks. This will give you about 16 hacks in 30 minutes and will let you hack every 2 minutes. So in order to get the most keys farmed, you're going to want to use the more key command with glyph hacking. So basically we're just going to sit here for a bit and farm as many keys as possible in the 16 hacks, and then we're going to go over to Portal B and do the same thing. Now that we have taken portals A and B and have farmed keys there, we can start layering fields. So what you're going to want to do is look for a row of portals like you see here. You see a line that stretches down the street. What you want to do is you want to start at the closest portal to portals A and B. So here I'm going to deploy a bunch of resonators at this portal. You don't need any mods to do this because it'll be easier to take and this will be able to do it again. And here at your portal C, you want to go link the two portals. And that will not only give you AP towards leveling up, but now you start your climb to the MU badge. So now we did that, we're going to go to the second farthest away portal, and you're going to do the same thing over again. And if you want, you can link the first portal that we just did to the second portal, and that will give you an additional 3,000 AP, which is a huge amount for a grind. Also, here's something that's interesting. So this is a level 1 portal, and the level of the portal depends how far it can link. So because this is only level 1, it actually can't reach the portal B. So what we're going to have to do is we actually are going to have to upgrade the portal. So I'm going to put my portals, level 7, 8, 6, 5, over the level 1 portals that are here. And then that will let us be able to link. So as you can see now, both portals are able to link. So as I said before, you could link the two portals in the rows. That will give you extra AP, so we'll show that right now. So I will be hacking Joel McCree portal and hopefully get a key out of this request key command. I got 2 keys on that. So now I can go back to the last portal I just did and connect it to the second portal in the row. And as you see, it will give a great 3,000 AP. So doing that will, add extra AP into your grind and also, help you with the MUs. So it's great, 2 birds with 1 stone. So this was just to show you how it's done. Usually you want to do this on a much larger scale. I think the average length of my links when I did it was about 7 kilometers. So with about 40 layered fields, that should give you enough MUs for the Illuminator badge. So those 3 badges are by far the easiest to get gold in, and those are the 3 that you should focus on. Everything after this are basically what you should focus on as your silvers. The 4th badge is the Pioneer badge, where you have to capture unique portals. In order to do this, you have to be the first person to put a resonator in a neutral portal. The 5th badge is the Explorer. Explorer is where you hack unique portals. Think of it like spinning PokeStops that have the white ring around them that you haven't spun before. The next badge is Spec Ops. In order to get the Spec Ops badge, you have to complete missions. In order to find missions in your area, go to the Missions tab on the home screen. Missions usually involve hacking or capturing portals in a certain order, or even answering historical questions that you find online. This is heavily dependent on area, as some cities have hundreds of missions, while some cities have very few. The next badge is Trekker, which is basically walking kilometers, just like the Jogger medal in Pokemon Go. Sadly, there's no adventure sync in Ingress, so you will have to leave your game on the entire time. The next badge is the Translator badge, where you have to master glyph hacking. This is really good for people in rural areas, as it increases the amount of items you get from each hack. Glyph hacking is basically a memory game where you have to repeat symbols that the game gives you in sequential order. Each symbol has a name, and memorizing the names of these symbols will help you memorize the sequences faster. There are also a few apps in the App Store and Google Play that will help you memorize the sequences. The best app to use is iGlyph Trainer. If you want the names of all the symbols, you can go to the wiki page for Ingress. When entering the glyph hacking screen, there are a few commands you can give to improve the process. The first is simple. As you can see on the screen, simple decreases the speed of the symbols that are given to you. The second command is complex. This is the opposite, as it actually increases the speed of the sequence of symbols. The final command is more keys, which increases the amount of keys you may get from a glyph hack. The last badge is the Liberator badge, which is capturing portals. This is like the Pioneer badge, which is capturing unique portals, but for this one, you can capture the same one over and over again. Finally, sometimes Niantic adds badges, which you can only get for a certain amount of time. Think of them as event badges. You probably won't be able to get gold on these, but silver is definitely obtainable. So these are all the badges that I recommend going for gold and silver. There are other badges, but these are generally the easiest ones, I believe. So look at your area and play the game how you think is best for you and your playstyle.
And so that is basically going to do it for the video, my friends. I hope you all did find it very helpful. We kind of wanted to divide up the part 2 into 2 sections because we felt that going over the medals itself was a very key component, as well as kind of talking about glyph hacking, because that is one of the best ways to actually farm items in Ingress, and it's a very, very important thing that we kind of wanted to focus on because it is also related to the medals. And as Michael kind of went over everything, there are some medals that are going to be way easier than others, and sometimes even the event medals can actually help you get an extra silver in there. So it's really whatever works best for you, but this is definitely the best way to go from level 8 to level 10 in Ingress, because getting those medals, if you only focus on AP from the start, can be kind of tricky moving forward. But if you start to work on the medals when you get to level 5 and onward, it can actually be a much smoother process, and it's going to take you a lot less time to get to level 10 if you do it this way. As always, I really do appreciate Michael kind of helping us out with all this information. He has been a great asset, and we still have one more video to go over regarding PokeStop submission, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. But as always, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you do want to see part 3, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.